Good afternoon. Um, in our previous lab, we have done 3 programs of advanced networking, right? Write an application which will retrieve the IP address, then this content of URL, and this two-way network-based chat application where we are using TCP/IP protocol. So a similar program. So just for now, we are skipping this fourth one. Okay, just for now, we are skipping this fourth one, and now we are directly starting with fifth and sixth because they both are similar programs. Only the changes in one we have connection oriented communication, and in another program we have connection less communication. Okay, so in one you are using this TCP IP, right, and in another one you are using that UDP. Okay, so how you are doing this program is which classes you will use. So fourth we will do at the next time, but right now we are doing this fifth and sixth today. Write a client program to send any string from its standard input to the server program. Fine. So user is sending any of the string. Okay. Now server is doing what? Here the server program reads the string, find the number of characters and digits, and it will send it back to client program. And here you have to use connection oriented communication. Right. So here the connection oriented means what? You have the TCP/IP protocol, right? No, you are using it. Say at least yes or no. Otherwise, I'm feeling that I'm only the one who is speaking, and you guys are not even listening. Only 4 students. Yes.
Come again, please. I just joined now.
Sorry.
I just joined. Come again, please.
Okay.
What you were saying?
So what we are doing is a client is sending one string, and in that string, how many number of characters and digits are there, right? That server will calculate and send it to the client back. This is what we need to do. It is very similar to your chat program. In the chat, you are just sending the string, hi, hello, and so on, right? But here you just have to apply another logic where you are just finding number of characters and digits. That's it. Otherwise, it is very similar to your third program, which is the chat application. So are you
Understood,
getting it?
ma'am.
Right? So please try this program. If you are not able to do so, then I'll show you how to do it. Okay? Please try this. Maima, have you joined with your institute ID?
Yes, ma'am.
Then also every time it is asking me to allow you in a group. Allow.
Yes, ma'am. Not only in your lectures, in other lectures, so it is saying that I have talked to my CC.
Okay.
Maybe you will let me know till evening.
Okay. So are you trying the first program? For the latecomers, again, I'm pasting the definition. Right? This is very similar to your third program. Only another logic that you need to simply add here is to calculate how many numbers of characters and digits are there. Otherwise, you are using the same program. Please try it. Fine. So I hope you have at least tried this program. So here we'll see this program, how we are doing this. So here is my server, right? Server is doing what? I'm having one class, right, which is a server. Inside this, I'm having public static void main. So here I'm creating a server socket class object, right? Server socket SS equals to new server socket, and I have given some port number. So here on this port number, the server is listening the request, right? Okay. Then if here the server is accepting your request, it means it will create another socket for that client. So here the socket s equals to ss.accept, and it will print that connection has been established. Fine. Now you are creating for output stream, input stream and all. So it is very similar. Here I'm using a class print stream. This print stream p equals to new print stream, and here I'm just getting output stream via this object, via the socket object s dot get output stream. So I'll have with this object this output stream. So if I wish to write anything, then I can write over this. Always remember, output stream is for writing, input stream is for reading. Okay. Now I'm having this buffered reader BR. This is very similar, very similar to your previous program. Equals to new this buffered reader. You are attaching this buffer with this input stream reader, and finally you are getting the input stream. So here this s dot get input stream. So whatever will be there on the stream, that will be readed by this BR object. And if I wish to take anything from the user, I can have this via system.in. Fine. And I'm having this object as KB. Okay. Then while it is true, what we are doing is we have created two different objects of string, or you can say the variable str and str1. Now I'm reading because client has left some message for me, or here you can say the client has written some string. Okay, so to read that string, I will use this br. So br dot read line. So whatever the string is there, that will be stored in this str. And we will check that whether this str is not is equals to null. No, if it is not null, it means we need to count. We need to count for number of characters as well as digits. So for that, we are counting the number of characters and digits in the string displayed, right? This is what just I'm printing. Now I'll directly take here this count CHA, that is for the one of the counter which will increment the counter whenever we will find character, and another is the count number. Whenever we'll find digit, it will be incremented, right? Very easy to understand. Okay. Then here I'm taking one for loop, right? So inside this for loop, integer I equals to 0, then I is less than str dot length I plus plus fine. Now what we are doing is str dot character at I. Wherever on, suppose I will have in 0, 1, 2. So it 5 characters and 3 digits. str dot character at 0. Yes. Anyone having somebody is unmuted? Okay. So here I'll have this I equals to 0 at first time, right? So I'll read this 0th character here, which is equals to small a, and if it is less than or equals to the small z, or we will also check for the capital letters. If it is equals to capital A and it is less than or equals to capital Z, then we can say, okay, this is the character, and we will just increment the counter for the character. Again, we are checking else. str.character at I is greater than or equals to 0 and it is less than or equals to 9, then we can say it is digit. So we are incrementing counter for this digit. And finally in str1, which is your another string variable, right? Over there I'm just writing total number of characters equals to this, and I'll print this. And I'm appending the string. I'm doing the condition that string 1 equals to, again string 1 plus total number of digits equals to this. And finally this, whatever I have written in string 1, that I am writing on my output stream via the object P. You remember this, right? P. So P dot println str1. Simple. And we are closing the connection. Now at the client side, what we are doing? So at the client side, I'm creating one of the socket s equals to new socket, and we will write here localhost because our client and server both are on the same machine, and my server is listening on this port. Then I'll take one of the variable integer stop. Now I'll create data output stream object equals to new data output stream, and I'll get here the data output stream. Fine. Then again the same line. This is for the buffer reader BR. This is for the buffer reader KB, who is reading the data from user via system.in. Fine. And then again we are taking string str1, and here I am using this do while loop. This will work till I'll not give stop equals to 1. Whenever it is 1, it will stop over there, right? Till that, what we are doing, first I'm asking for enter the string. So user will get to know, okay, fine, I need to enter one. User have entered the string, that will be readed by this KB, because via this KB object only we are reading from user. So KB dot read line. So the whole line will be there in str. Now what I'll do, I have characters are there. Fine. I hope I'm audible to you guys.
Ma'am,
Yes,
can we
ma'am.
use write UTF?
Sorry? Yes, yes, you can. I have already answered this. I have already answered this into the previous lab also, that into the theory session you have used two methods, read UTF and UTF. You can use even that. It's perfectly fine. We are having around 20 to 22 classes, right, no, for this file handling. But our ultimate goal is what? To read and write. So we are having so many methods from so many classes. You can use any of this. Okay. So here I want to write those bytes, right, onto my output stream. So via this d out, I'll do that. So d out dot write bytes, and I'll write this str, this string, right. Then this is sent to the server, right? Server will read this over here, br.readline. Here they have read whatever the string user have entered. Okay. And then we will calculate this, how many number of the characters and the digits are there, and we will write it on those onto this string 1, and finally we will write onto the output string. So that user have to read. So now user will read that via this BR, because BR is attached to this input stream, right? So now BR dot read line. So str1 equals to BR dot read line. So finally I'll print this str1. Okay, and I'm closing everything. Very easy. Fine. So first we'll run server here. And then client. Fine. So here the connection has been established. So now I can enter the string here. So I'll write here hello 123, suppose, right? So directly it will send the same thing to server. Server is counting the number of characters and digits, and it will send back to your client, and at the client side this message will be displayed that number of characters 5 and total number of digits are 3. So this is how they are printed. Is it clear? Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, can you show the client side, server side?
Server side I have already explained, no dear?
No, can you show once? Can you just?
Yeah. I'll show you the code. I'll keep this code, right? And you can finish this program. And if you have already done, then you can start with the another one where you are using connectionless protocol. Right? So please finish this.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes,
Can you turn to the code once, please?
yes, I'll show you the code. I have just muting myself, right? And then you can write the code and you can start with the new definition.
Yes, I just want to ask something. That's why.
Okay, fine. Yes, here, where?
Yeah, what I didn't understand is the difference between the BR and the KB. What they are.
BR and this KB, right?
Yes, ma'am.
KB is taking the data from user. Here we are using system.in, means here whenever they are asking for no enter the string. So this data a user is entering. Suppose me, I am the user. I am entering this data. And now this data is already into your input stream and that will be given to the server. Right? No, that will be given to the server. Sorry, suppose if it is your client, right? Here also we have taken the same name, right? BR and KB. So here if the user is entering any data, this will be sent to server, means over here, right? You can skip this for a while because here you are not taking any data from the server, right? Data is from the client side. So you can skip this, right, for a now. Are you getting? This is very similar application to your chat application. We have just added 4 to 5 lines here. Otherwise, it is the same program. So I
So,
have to modify it from the that. That is why this line is still here. Okay.
so ma'am, BR is used to receive what has been sent by the client using KB, right?
Yes. Using this KB, we are taking the data from the client. Means this user have entered, and this will be sent to the server. Right. And server will calculate this and it will send to client this thing again. And finally client will print this on their side.
Okay, understood, ma'am.
Okay. So I hope this is done. First program. So you can work with the second one. In the second one, what you will do, you have to do the same thing, right? You have to do the same thing. But for now, you will do what? You will print at the server side only. Right? You will print at the server side only. And you are using here connection less communication. So which class you will use here? Yes.
Datagram.
Yes, datagram, correct. Right, so you will create the datagram socket, then you will create the datagram packet and yours packet, right? This is what you are doing. So please try this program. The same thing you need to do, right? You need to find number of characters and here the digits. Same program. Okay? Let's try this. Okay, fine. Have you tried it? Have you tried that program? Yes, anyone with this datagram? Abdul Karim, Aya, Daniel, Abisa, Fatima, Kencho, Maima, Mohammed Hamid, Naul, Ranim, Sydney, Suman, and Tilaun. Okay, fine. So, I'm showing you how to do it. First here, I've created one class number character server inside this public static void main inside this try. First, I'm doing what? I'm creating datagram socket. Okay, so datagram socket ds equals to new datagram socket, and this is on the port 3000. Fine. Now what I've done is I have created one byte array. Byte array buf equals to new byte of 100. Then I'm creating one data packet object. Data packet dp equals to new datagram packet, and I'm passing here buffer and the size 100. Fine. Now what I'm doing is now I'm ready to receive. I am ready to receive any of the packet because server is always receiving first, right? So here I have written ds.receive dp. Now directly onto the client side. Then we will see the rest of the code. Here, what you are doing is at the client side, you are creating one datagram socket here also. Datagram socket ds equals to new datagram socket. Now, from user, you want some string. So for that, you have taken here scanner class, scanner s equals to new scanner system.in. Enter the string. User have entered one string that will be stored in this str. Now what I'm doing is I'm creating inet address object. Inet address IP equals to inet address dot get by name this local host, because you are on the same machine, right, for now. Otherwise you need to give here the IP address, but for now you can write here localhost. So you are taking this get by name. This is what we have used previously also, right? If you remember, you know this, right? Get by name, and you are taking this host name. Okay, but here what I am having is I am having here this local host. Fine. Now I am creating one packet, datagram packet dp1 equals to new datagram packet, and now I'm creating. So I'm passing here str.get bytes. So whatever the string user have entered, that will be converted into the bytes. Okay, so str.get bytes. Now I need to know about the length, so str.length, and then I'm giving here this IP. This IP means it is containing actually the name of your local host, and the server is listening to the port number 3000, so you are sending this data on port number 3000. Okay, and now you are sending it ds.send dp1. ds is your datagram socket object. Via that you are sending your very first packet, which is dp1. From here we have sent the data, and now here we'll again come back. Now here in the string str, I am taking the data, whatever I have received here. Fine. So string str equals to new string dp dot get data. So I'll having that data from 0 to dp dot get length. Till the length I need the whole data. Okay, from 0 to this. Now again the same logic for the character count and for the digit count. Again one loop. Here I haven't checked for the uppercase, you can even check for that, right? So that we have done. And finally, I am printing at the server side only. Okay. So this is what my server. I'll run the file. I'll run the server first. It will take some time. Wait for a while. I'll just close this application and we'll start it again. Don't know, there is some problem with my editor, but you can directly run this program. It will work perfectly. Right? You can try this by your own. So finish this program and let me know whether it's working or not. Okay. So here what we have done is, I'm closing all this. We have run the server. Now we are running the client. We are entering any of the string. Suppose this is what the string. Again, I need to run the client. And I need to run server again. Right, so here server is calculating characters and digits. Digits are 3 and the characters are 11. Fine. So is it done? Everyone? Or the client side is remaining one?
Ma'am, can you show the code of server for connection oriented?
Is of connection oriented or for the connection less?
Connection oriented, ma'am. It is giving me some errors. So that.
Okay.
Okay, ma'am. Okay, ma'am. Got it. Thank you.
Okay. And if the client side is the remaining one for anyone, then please finish this. If it is done, you can write your enrollment numbers here and we will leave. You can write your, please write your numbers quickly. Still so many are the remaining one. Please write down your numbers quickly. Segni, Mohammed Hamad, Evan, Aya, you have written your numbers?
Yes, everything. Can we leave?
Okay. Fine, you all may leave then.